Big changes could be in store for the ferry system here on the West Coast. The BC Ferries Commissioner has released a report outlining recommendations that would overhaul the operation, and that could include cuts to service. One option is to move toward a supply and demand model, similar to airlines. Kylie Stanton tells us about it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Paying for a ticket, pulling into line, and preparing to board. This routine could soon be in for some major changes if the BC Ferries Commissioner has his way.
The company at the moment is in a loss situation.
The report, released Tuesday, outlines a major overhaul of the corporation that's struggling to balance capital spending and rising operating costs in the face of declining ridership.
Capacity utilization in the ferry system is low at roughly 53% and trending down as ridership has declined. And service levels have remained largely unchanged for many years.
It could mean rethinking the system. Ferries is like BC Transit, a schedule-driven operation where buses run whether or not passengers are on board. But it could move to something like this.
You predict on how the loads are going to be on the aircraft, and you would adjust accordingly whether to back off on your inventory or to add inventory.
May I have your attention, please?
The supply and demand model works for Harbour Air, making it one of the most lucrative floatplane businesses in the industry. And BC Ferries is taking note.
What I would like is the flexibility to be able to adjust our service levels, so when demand picks up and traffic picks up, we can add in more sailings, and when it comes down, we can reduce the number of sailings, just like any other major transportation company does in the world.
Currently, there are often sailings with more crew than passengers on board. Last year, one northern route posted 259 trips with no one traveling at all. It's an example that supports changing the approach to service, but that means a big shift in expectations for some ferry users.
It sounds like it's going to be chaos.
I like it the way it is now. It works. You can go to Vancouver on a whim. You don't have to plan ahead.
They take the ferry for that reason, because it's convenient and quick and easy for last-minute decisions.
But unless some changes are made, BC Ferries will not be able to stay afloat.
We think it's a very complicated issue that requires a lot more depth than we've been able to bring so far.
Thank you.
At this point, there's no clear solution, but implementing changes to this routine is a strong possibility, whether passengers can get on board with the idea or not.